Hello once again and welcome back to Infinite Jeff, the project where I, Jeff, read the book Infinite Jest to you one page at a time, one day at a time. Last one went long, so let's just go short on this one. Page 235. Here we go. Ambiguity and possible elision. Well, I'm going to look up that because I've never seen that word before. There it is. The omission of a sound or syllable as when speaking is an I'm, let's. Oh, so, okay.
Elision.
Elision. So, like when you're speaking, so if I were to say, so like when we say Canton, instead of Canton, or cotton, instead of cotton, getting rid of that T is what my one of my professors in college called swallowing our T's. That's elision. Interesting. Interesting. Ambiguity and possible elision by putting question after the end is what pops into her head. The end? Question mark? Amid the odors of mildew and dicky academic digestion. Joelle's mother's family had no indoor plumbing. It is all right. She represses all pathetic, this will be the last thing I smell, thought patterns. Joelle is going to have too much fun in here. It was beyond all else so much fun at the start. Orrin had never disapproved nor partaken. His urine was an open book because of football. Jim hadn't disapproved so much as been vacant with disinterest. His too much was neat bourbon, and he had lived life to the fullest, and then gone in for detoxification, again and again. This had been simply too much fun at the start. So much better even than nasaling the material up through rolled currency and waiting for the cold bitter drip at the back of your throat. And cleaning the newly spacious apartment to within an inch of its life, while your mouth twitches and writhes unbidden beneath the veil. The base frees and condenses, compresses the whole experience to the implosion of one terrible shattering spike in the graph, an inflated orgasm of the heart that makes her feel truly attractive, sheltered by limits, deveiled and loved, observed and alone, and sufficient and female, full, as if watched for an instant by God. She always sees, after inhaling, right at the apex, at the graph's spike's tip. So many possessive apostrophes in this book. Bernini's Ecstasy of St. Teresa, behind glass, at the Vittoria, for some reason. The saint recumbent, half supine, her flowing stone robe lifted by the angel in whose other hand a bare arrow is raised for that best descent. The saint's legs frozen in opening. The angel's expression not charity, but the perfect vice of barb-headed love. The stuff had not just been her encaging God, but her lover, too, fiendish, angelic, of rock. The toilet seat is up. She can hear a helicopter's chop somewhere overhead east, a traffic helicopter over Storrow. And Molly Notkin's shriek as an enormous glass crash sounds off in the living room. Imagines her beard hanging aslant and her mouth ellipsed with champagne's foam as she waves off the breakage that signals good party. Can hear through the door the ecstatic Melinda's apologies and Molly's laugh, which sounds like a shriek. Oh, everything falls off the wall sooner or later. Joelle has lifted her veil back to cover her skull like a bride. Since she threw away her pipes and bowls and screens again this AM, she is going to have to be resourceful. On the counter of an old sink, the same not quite white as the floor and ceiling, the wallpaper is a maddening, uncountable pattern of roses twined in garlands on sticks. On the counter are an old splay-bristled toothbrush, tube of Gleam neatly rolled up from the bottom, unsavory old no-coat scraper, rubber cement, Negrum, depilatory ointment, tube of Monostat not squeezed from the bottom, phony beard whisker bits, and curled green threads of used mint floss and parapectolin and a wholly unsqueezed tube of diaphragm foam, and no makeup but serious styling gel in a big jar with no lid and hairs around the rim, and an empty... Alright, that was page number 235 of Infinite Jest. Good night.